are totally can release those things and really allow happiness to fulfill our lives and actually be living instead of swimming in our thoughts of how sad we are and how what a
Pick yourself off.
I kicked myself off.
How happy. Yeah.
So,
but like you were saying, it's so easy to sit around and feel frustrated and stressed and questioning ourselves and down.
Lack of money. You know, a lot of people, I just don't want to cut you off, but I mean, I just want to interject. Like, we've got this fear around lack of money, stressing out, all those things that are going on. We look at that aspect of it and go, well, how come I'm perpetuating that thought? Because that thought really goes down from an old pattern in the past. And that really ends up being a not looking in the future, looking on the beach, looking at someplace very prosperous. And I can be there in a beautiful setting, a beautiful plantation even, or a beach, and enjoying those moments of the visualization and being in the present with that.
Exactly. Being in the present, not the past. Put the past where it belongs. In the past.
But so many, I mean, I myself, that's what we know. So that's what we repeat.
Yeah, exactly. But there's no need for that. We don't have to live in the past. We can live in the now.
Gosh. That is so profound. Thank you for, those are the elements that we get to live each day. And anyone on here, please jump on and absolutely have a conversation with us around just something that's coming up in your life. It doesn't have to be anything, just an observation of us. Ask us if we're real.
Am I a real person or not? Well, I don't know. Maybe that means I'm not a person.
There could be a robot here talking on you. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, welcome, Sergio.
Welcome,
Adam. Welcome to our shop. We're really happy to have you here. We are going to have a great discussion today.
Sergio, oh my gosh. Sergio, thank you for coming on over. And we are in, so Stephen, I want to introduce you. And I know that we've had many of these blabs, and part of, I've never really acknowledged you, not really fully, my heartfelt endorsement to you. I really appreciate you in many ways.
Thank you.
Yeah. So take it away.
Okay.
And
let me introduce myself. My name is Stephen Whiteley. I live up here in Canada, and I'll tell you a little bit about my story. I was born on the east coast of Canada, and I come from a family of 5 boys, and I'm number 3, and my parents were both working. And as a result of that, I had a fairly rough and tumble upbringing, but I came through that, started off as a happy person, and I was spreading happiness everywhere I was going. Everybody was loving my laugh most of the time. Sometimes I did it too much and they got tired of it. That was their loss, not mine.
Cool.
And then I joined the Royal Canadian Air Force and became a fighter pilot, and that suited me just fine, and I was spreading more and more happiness there too. And then I got married in my very early 30s, and we had 3 children in 39 months. And so life got really busy at home, and at the same time, my career really took off. So I was really busy at home, I was really busy at work, and over time, conflict grew up between the two of them. So in 2001, I found myself in a spot where I was fighting at work, I was fighting at home, and I was fighting inside myself. And I realized that my happiness had slipped away. I had become totally serious, totally fighting, and it just wasn't fun anymore. So one morning in the spring of 2001, after another fight at home, I was walking to work. And I had my head down and everything was going round and round, no solutions in sight. I had this moment of epiphany. It was the blindingly obvious. So that was, hey, I'm feeling badly again. I don't do that. That's not me. Okay, that's it. I'm getting happy again, no matter what. And that commitment, I had no idea what influence that would have on the universe at that time. But since that time, I've learned all about that, and that strength of that commitment was life-changing. And so I started on that day.
So all your stresses went away that day on?
No, not at all. Not at all, but I started paying attention. I started paying attention to what was making me happy and what was making me unhappy. And I started researching and I started reading and learning and analyzing. And over time, as I started getting happier and happier, I started learning what are the tools of happiness. And we talked about that in a previous blab. And as I started practicing these tools of happiness, then I started feeling better and better. And as I started feeling better and better, I started doing better and better. So I started to get more fit again. I started to get more healthy again. I started to get more productive again. I started to get more positive relationships going for me. I started to let go of physical addictions. I started to sleep better. And everything started getting better and better. And one of the first things that happened to me on that journey, after I made that commitment to myself, is that I went to a conference for a totally different reason. And while I was there, I discovered my own purpose for living. And that was enlightening in the true sense of the word. It was like a huge weight lifted off my shoulder, and it was like it was shining a light on all of my past and the why of all the silly and wacky things I'd done. And all of a sudden,
and you're not silly or wacky today.
No, not at all.
That's the amazing part about you. You are fucking whacked.
Yeah. But it all made sense to me on that day, and I realized that I'm here on this planet in order to help create a happier world. And so I've been doing that now since that time in a more purposeful way, in a more helpful way to others. And so I have now, I think, cracked the code on how to end unhappiness for good. It has been more than 7 years since I have been angry, frustrated, stressed, sick, or any negative stuff has really been going on that hasn't just been another beautiful learning experience for me. And so it is my pleasure to pass on those skills and to help everyone else be happy all the time, to give up all the conflict in their life, to give up all the stress in their life, to give up all the frustration in their life and to help them live in the happy, successing way.
So you guys, you can place comments in here. I really want to hear some comments back from you guys. And I want the good and the bad and go deep, guys. I mean, what's going on with you? Chat or step on. Get on board with us here. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is my idea. I just love helping people to end unhappiness. And why not? Why hold on to all those old troubles? What good does it do us to hang on to those old troubles? We all have them. We all know that there's bad stuff happen. But why hang on?
Well, we hang on for a lot of reasons. We hang on. They're very valid reasons why we hang on.
Yeah, just one.
Well, I mean, somebody died in my family, so I want to feel sad for the next 20 years.
Well, you can if you want to. I don't deny you that. But what good does it do for you? What good does it do for them? What good does it do for your family?
Yeah, that's true. What if you were beaten up and whipped as a child? Well, what if you've been beaten up and whipped as a child, so you had physical?
Well, I've been beaten up and whipped as a child. My parents were both teachers. My father had 3 straps and a wooden spanking stick in his drawer. I know what it's like to get whacked. Well, why do I want to hang on to that? What good does that do me to hang on?
Oh, man. You know, I know those.
I am so focused on the good because the good doing is the good feeling. And I just love feeling good.
So the good feeling, so you can transfer, when you think of good thoughts and happy thoughts,
yes.
you can relate some feelings to them.
Yeah, thinking drives feelings. Feelings do not drive thought. Thought drives feeling. So first we have a thought of something either good or bad. And then the feeling comes. So you can test this out right now. Here, I'll give you a little exercise. Okay, so let's think of anger. Anger.
I mean, I've had anger before.
Yeah, me too. So think of anger. Anger. And notice the feeling. As a fighter pilot? Notice the feeling in you.
Yeah, you get slower.
Now think of this. Think of joy. And notice the feeling in you. The thought drives the feeling. Even a simple way of directing a thought just by repeating a word over and over drives a feeling. Thoughts drive feelings. So if you want good feelings, do good things, think good thoughts.
All the time. And it can be as easily as smiling at a person that you don't even know. And if you don't have money, that's a great way to do. And
you can always be grateful, right? And gratitude is another really good feeling. So if you're grateful for breathing, if you're grateful to be alive, grateful to have clothes, grateful to be wearing shoes, grateful that you live in a place where you have accommodation and food.
I always appreciate my good friend Sandy Sanders. She's always has a nice smile. And she's always bubbly, having a good time.
Hey, there's Oscar. Hello, Oscar.
Hey, Oscar.
Welcome.
And I like to just recognize some people that really do make me smile. So thank you, Sandy Sanders.
Yes, indeed.
It really does. She does.
Yeah, well, she makes me smile. I think Sandy Sanders is great. So today we are going to talk about something that really bothers a lot of people.
That's happiness? Oh, no, it's stress.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're talking about is why is it important to get rid of stress? Why does it matter to get rid of stress?
Why? That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, because stress causes disease.
Oh, wow.
You know, for a long time, we subscribed to the theory of bacterial disease and viral disease. And I'm not saying that they don't exist, but a huge amount of, wow, that was big noise there. That was a really big noise.
I guess we're still working out the technical kinks.
Oh, yeah. But I have been tracking the research on this for a number of years. And about 5 years ago, they were saying they thought at least 70 to 75% of disease was caused by stress. And now the latest numbers I've seen are 95% of disease is caused by stress. So that's one hell of a good reason not to stress. And it's one of the reasons, I think, why I am never sick. Never. So why not give up stress?
So the stress comes from that. Then, so our colds and our flus and our not feeling good, sick to the stomach, headaches, is all due to stressing over work, money, relationships.
Inner stress. Yeah.
Inner stress.
Yeah.
Is it inner stress that we don't express it, or we hold it in, or how does?
No. Stress comes from the way that we process what's going on in us and around us. So the construct of stress is having too many things on our mind, too big and too close.
Too big and too close.
Yeah. So think of a time when you were really stressed. I'm willing to bet that you'll find that you were picturing too many things too close and you couldn't see anything else around them, and they were all vying for your attention. Make sense?
So, yeah, I got that.
Yeah. So there's a really simple trick to this. Oh, there's Evita again. Hello, Evita. Welcome back.
Hey, Evita. Hey, you guys, you can also.
Hi, Beth.
You can also send a tweet out for this broadcast. You can hit that little tweet button in there. It's a little blue bar, and just hit it out to your friends.
And it says, "Tell a little bird."
That's right. It's called Tell a Little Bird.
Even if you have friends that are not birds, you can still tell them.
That helps us get on there and makes us, yay!
Okay. Oh, there's Sandy who invited beautiful, healthy Evita. Yay! Okay.
So, Evita, thank you for being here.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a pleasure.
So is everybody ready?
We're getting there.
Yeah. I'm getting stressed because I can't get in. Can you let her in?
I can't get her into. She's not coming up on my screen.
Oh, she's not coming up on your screen.
No, is she coming up on yours?
No? Well, like I see her trying to get in, but
No, I don't even see her getting. It must be her connection. See, 'cause I've been on a lot of these, so I know it has to be from the. If it isn't showing up on my screen, it's from that part's on their connection, and from the other way, when they're here and we press it in, and yeah, it's always their connection coming to us. So we got to make sure that we always have a good connection, so we're clear between us.
ah, yeah. Okay, so there's Oscar saying he's stressed about his future. So that's very common, is to be stressed about the future, and also to be stressed about the past. So stress about the future is
hi, Oscar.
Stress about the future is a little bit different, because stress about the future is uncertainty of security in some way. And so that's uncertainty of the self. So we're depending on someone else to bring us security, or something else to bring us security, without trusting in our own ability to be able to provide for our security. So there's Avita saying, "Oh my God, the funny people again."
Avita, thank you for that.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so there's Oscar confirming a little bit of what we're saying. I'm in college and I wonder what's next, and I have had no luck in finding internships. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll talk about the normal structure of stress and how to solve that, and then I'll come back to this stress about the future and what Oscar is talking about, and we'll work to solve your problem for you too as well, Oscar. Is everybody ready? Okay, so imagine a time when you were stressed. Imagine a time when you were stressed and you can see all that stuff in front of you, and it's all shifting around there and trying to garner your attention, and there's too much of it. And now just allow it, invite it to move out and to shrink down. And then you can change that landscape in any way that seems better to you, so that the things that can be done right now come to the front and center, and the things that need another step to happen or somebody else to intervene can go into some kind of parking lot. Create yourself a little parking lot there, so that other things can sit there while they're waiting. You won't forget them, but they won't be trying to get your attention.
Is there something black coming across here?
It's my cat.
Wow, I guess we get everything here,
Oh, yeah,
including. Okay.
So just invite that internal picture to reorganize itself, so that it doesn't stress near as much. Move it out, make it smaller, give yourself a parking lot and some kind of mechanism so you can see what's most important now. Would the thing that's most important now pop out or get brighter or do something so I know what's most important now?
Wow.
And then the stress feeling goes away. Because clarity is power, and power is lack of stress. So
clarity. So when we're thinking so far in the future, worrying about whether we can accomplish what we think we can accomplish, and bring it into the present only for the situation that we're dealing with at that time, that becomes clarity.
Yeah.
So we close the gap.
Yeah, most of the time we're not focused on stress from the future. Most of the time we're focused on stress in the present because there's too much going on, or there's something going on that really won't let us go. which really means it really wants us to wake up to a higher truth about ourselves, because we can deal with whatever happens. We have infinite potential.
So the infinite potential here is allowing, when you're thinking, we can dance on that one.
I love infinite potential.
So I'm understanding. So I'm just getting the clarity here. So the clarity is that when we're looking out in the future, we're all stressed out because how am I going to learn all this? How am I going to be able to be proficient at finding a job or finding an internship? And we're way thinking, well, all we sent out 100 resumes, nothing's happening. And then we're sitting here recognizing, well, we just need to send one more out in the present and not worry about the future.
Yeah, so the question is this: what can I do now with what I have? Like when we understand when we understand what we want. Okay, that's the first thing, is understand, what do I want? And then get clear on what I want. And then when I figured out what I want, figure out, why is that important to me? Because if I know why it's important to me, that's going to be my motivation. And love motivation.
So the motivation comes
from
the
inner why.
The big why inside of us.
Yeah. So then we get this motivation and we know what we want. Then it's easy to look around and say, okay, what can I do now with what I have? And then take action, action, action.
Wow.
Because happiness is very close to happening. And when things are happening that bringing us closer to what we want, then it is really, really getting happier and happier.
We have a fertility expert on the line with us.
A fertility expert? Who's our fertility? Oh, hello, fertility.
Correct.
Helena in Ireland. Nice of you to be here. Yoo-hoo! I hope you're not too stressed. Yeah. So when we are picturing too much, too close, too big, then we get stressed. So the solution is always to move it out, make it smaller, deal with the thing that is most important and move the other things off to the side. And to get busy. Do what is most important. What can I do now with what I have? And this is really important, because as we start moving, see, the enemy of stress is action. The fertilizer of fear, indecision, and procrastination and stress is inaction and indecision.
So our indecision about making a decision to move forward or act becomes clouded because we're stressed. So when we
that's right, but it's fertilizing the stress. It's growing the stress, because I'm stressed, I'm not doing anything, and meanwhile the universe is still shifting and stuff is coming in. Right. So we got to move to action to do that. But to move to action is easy to say. It's not easy to do when you're stressed. So the way to do it is to release the stress. Get clarity on that one thing that's really important. Figure out why it's really important to you so you get moving on it, and then start moving. Then
so what are some topics that could really that we typically, most people will use? What it could be, family would be the motivation, to make money could be a motivation. but usually money isn't the one that really drives us, is it?
No. Money is just a tool. It's an important tool. It's a ubiquitous tool, but it's not. Money in itself is not the motivator. It's what the money can do for us.
Mm.
See, most people think about money as having money.
Mm-hmm.
But having is the lowest level of energy in life. So higher levels of energy are doing, being, giving, and becoming.
So the be, do, have cycle.
Yes.
The being is in the loving, trusting.
Yeah, is in the being clear.
And clarity.
Yes.
So that's
clear on what I want and why I want it.
But you say the have, like the be, do, have, is the lowest form of energy, meaning the cars.
When we live at the higher forms and perform at the higher forms of being and doing, then the having comes in. You can't live without having anything. It's not that having is bad. It's that focusing on having leads to stagnancy, stuckness, clutter. And these things just pile up in our brain. And the more they pile up in our brain, the more they pile up in our environment.
That makes sense.
Because our outer world is a reflection of our inner world.
Amazing. Yeah, our outer, so whatever we've got going on in our outer world.
Yes.
Is a reflection of our inner world. So if we've got jumping from couch to couch,
then that's what we're doing in our inner world.
Jumping from couch to couch.
Yeah. So the inner world drives the outer world.
Incredible.
The invisible world drives the visible world.
The visible.
And this is how happiness can be working for us and providing us with steadily more and more and more happiness and success. I love it. Yeah. There's Oscar saying, I jumped couch to couch to find a place to call home. And I ended up in Florida. And Oscar, let's get clarity in Florida right now. Think about this, Oscar. Of all of the things that are going on, what is most aligned with your heart? Not your wallet, your heart. And as you get clarity on that, figure out, what can I do with what I have now? Then there's just one more question. When will I start? So then when you get that, you can move into action. Then your stress will start going away and your dream will start coming true.
Stress will go away and dreams start becoming true.
Mm-hmm. Because it's action that shifts our world.
Wow.
Action, action, action. And when you're happy, at least in my experience, you can get 3 times as much stuff done in a day. I used to struggle to get 5 things done in a day. I often get 15 or more done every day.
And you're talking beyond brushing your teeth.
Yes. I don't think I could brush my teeth 15 times a day. Oh yeah.
Well, good point. Very good point. And when we come from that place of releasing that, or not necessarily, that's not the release. The release is becoming present. Clarity becomes, that's the release inside the clarity.
Yeah. So realize that you can shift the way you think. And you can do that just by inviting yourself to shift it. So when something is bothering you, it's normally too close to you and too big.
Right.
So just let it go out, make it a little smaller. If it's scary, make it black and white instead of color, and then manage it.
You gotta love that.
Yeah. Pick your action and take action.
So here we are picking an action because we're in that place, and we're saying, because we slept on it overnight, we've done all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Worrying about the future, bringing it forward, bringing it to us, into us, and saying, what is the next step? Taking the right action to do that is what you're saying will bring clarity to our minds. That's for focusing on the future.
Yeah. Focusing on the present.
The present.
With one eye on what we're doing now and one eye on where it's taken us to, where we want to go to.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Fabulous.
Fabulous.
So this is the trick. One eye on today, one eye on where I'm going. Always action.
So you have to choose where you're going all the time.
Yeah, you always want to have that clarity. Like you talked about worry. Worry is natural and worry is counterproductive because you're always going where you're thinking.
Holy shoot. I always go where I'm thinking.
Yeah. You're always going in the direction you're thinking.
If I'm thinking somebody's a whole bunch of somebody else's issues, I've got a lot of my own issues to look at.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right? Stay in your own zone of control. Build your zone.
You know, if they want help, they can come and ask.
Yes, indeed. Very well said there, Pi. Quoting William Shakespeare, there is nothing good or anything bad, but thinking makes it so. This is so true. Because there is good and bad in everything that happens. It all depends on what you're looking for. And we are so conditioned to look for the bad. It is so much fun to look for the good.
What a statement. We are conditioned to look for the bad.
Yes, we are. We are conditioned to look for the bad for a very good reason. So, you know, tens of thousands of years ago, when humans were just being invented, it was a scary world out there. There was a lot of trouble, and there was no certainty that we were going to survive as a species, not to mention as an individual. And so we developed this ability to look out for trouble. Always be going, what if, and wow, what could go wrong? What would I do? 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 And so we have inherited this negative bias.
Yeah. And
that's okay. But you don't have to live with it.
Let that bias go.
Your brain doesn't want you to be a success. Your brain wants you to survive.
Wow. So how do you tell the distinction between your brain and thriving? Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So if you want to thrive, you need to recondition your brain.
Wow. Recondition the brain.
That's right. That means change patterns of thinking, change ideas, change beliefs, embrace higher and higher truth about you and about your world.
So if you're bored about your job or bored about something, find something to think about that would make you happy and cheerful.
Yes. And get to work on it.
Even watching a Laurel and Hardy show could make you is better than going the other direction or the higher.
Yeah, because boredom is the gateway to sliding down the hill of negative emotions.
Wow, when you're bored.
Exactly. Because when you're bored, you don't care about what's around you. So it's apathy.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember. I can feel that. It's apathy. Yeah.
And then that goes into frustration, and then criticism, and then anger, and then blame, and then shame, and then guilt, and then depression, and then fear, and unworthiness. It's easy to go there. It's really hard to live there. So
you're telling me that you've had an active mind in this process?
Yes. Yes.
Dude, does everybody have a real busy mind like yours?
My mind is not busy. My mind is active.
Just active. But active repetitively on...
My mind is very calm. I have awesome peace of mind.
Oh, yeah? Awesome peace of mind.
I have beautiful peace of mind.
Because you constantly think of those things, those thoughts on a continuous basis that will bring peace of mind, bring you that happiness, a happy dinner, a happy relationship with your wife. Yeah. Oh, I get to kiss her tonight when she comes home. I get to feel that. There's a warmth that comes from her that still makes you jittery even at this age. Of 29.
It's getting better and better. Yeah. For a long time, that was the source of my unhappiness. So most people, when they get to that situation, they change their environment. They go to new people, new places, new work. But I didn't do that. I decided to change me. So I just kept on changing me and kept on changing me and kept on changing me and getting better and 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 better. And, well, the people around me were getting worse and worse and worse and worse because there is no status quo. We're always becoming. You're either becoming better or you're becoming worse. Becoming is an incredibly important thing to think about. What am I becoming? Who am I becoming?
You're not coming in. You better put on a headset. We weren't hearing you.
Oh, you're not hearing me. Okay, well, let me see. Can you hear me now?
I am, but I just went to...
Okay, so maybe I was just not talking about
no, I can't.
Okay, so what I was talking about was the value of...
You're falling apart.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll put on my headset. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'll plug it in before I put it on.
I'm understanding what Stephen's saying, that he, in order to keep the happiness going.
I got to turn it on, too.
For some reason, it's not really. It's,
da 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 do 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 da 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 do do do.
You're still on audio.
You
gonna start singing for us?
Okay, talk to me, Goose.
We can talk now.
Oh no, now I don't hear you.
Woohoo! At least I can hear you now. Uh-oh. Speak.
No, I'm going to turn that off because I don't hear you now.
What's more important? I mean, I'm thinking that.
So we're getting rid of that. Okay, we're getting rid of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk louder. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Woohoo!
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me now.
Okay, I'm going to log out and log back in.
You're good. So, any questions out there that you guys have, please put them in the chat and let us know what's on your mind, how you like this blog. What would you like to hear from us? I am not getting the chat. So you have to forgive me, guys. I'm not getting the chat all the time right here. So we're learning.
Okay, I'm back.
You're back and you're live. You're live.
I can't hear you. Hey, you guys out there in Blabland, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Oh, there's our friend Lisa Kay. Hi, Lisa Kay. Good to see you again.
Gosh,
okay, so
you hear me. So I'm just going to keep on talking, even though I can't hear Robert. So what I'm going to talk about is becoming. That's what I was talking about. Because we are always becoming. If we think about what we are becoming, am I becoming healthier? Am I becoming happier? Am I becoming more successful? Am I becoming more fit? Am I becoming more wealthy? Am I becoming more spiritual? Am I becoming better connected with people? So this is a good idea. Oh yes, refreshing. I'm going to refresh.
Feedback? I'm giving him feedback. Thank you, Lisa. You are awesome. Very awesome. Thank you. I was thinking about refreshing, but if I do that, I think I'll lose the whole channel. I have to redo it. So we're malfunctioning. we are not thinking about the future because right now we're just in a place where no, I'm not getting him on here either. Can you click him on? Can't click. Just click on his face.
It gives him a face.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's nothing I can do. Sandy, push that. That's what I get. I don't know. They're both telling me to let them in. How? Robert's back with audio.
I'm back with audio. It is on. Kinda, yeah. That's either we are here or not here. Okay, we're good. Oh, we got some people coming back. We have some regulars. Well, I can mute myself so I can talk to you, though. I don't hear anybody on with me. Still, I'm going to hang up.
No, you're on.
Am I?
You're on.
Steven, well, it looks like we're going to make it here. You're on. Oh, my God. Can you hear me? Chat if you can hear me. Oh, my gosh. I can hear. Oscar, thank you, Oscar. I got to find out if Steven's here. Yay. I got it. Well, we're still having issues with Steven here. Hey, awesome, Steve. Let's find a way to get Steven back on here. You know what? Awesome thing. I mean, this is just part of being able to laugh through this and be able to feel the presence of why. I mean, we think we have the greatest connection here. We've got one of the, you never think that this would happen, but it does. So I guess we don't get to worry about it. The information, we're still going to be here at 2 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. Saturday. And Steven and I will be back. We will be going deeper into not only this discussion, but Oscar, we'd love to have you back. Lisa, we would love to have you back. And I would totally, God, maybe it's a dinner or something I need to arrange here for there's only 3 of us that are actually here at the moment. But I have no idea why that is. Oscar did pop back in. Oscar, great topic. Thank you for stopping by today. And I really, really, we get this technical stuff worked out. I love to go through a process with you. I do the same thing, what you're doing. Looking for, it's just in a different format, but your internship is powerful. And I think you could bring it on live. Well, I'd love to have you on live with us. Let's fix this tomorrow. Steven, thank you for being here as well. And I appreciate the loyalty very much. And talk to you guys tomorrow. Yep, gotta go. I am going to let this one be. Maybe you're hearing me, but that's really awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Love you all. Bye-bye.